Hello everyone. So today in this session we will understand here I note some point on board. So I will explain you today the uses and the power of wave engine. What is a wave engine? So here I will explain you why we require the wave engine. In this wave series, wave management, what is a wave engine? So when we talk about generally about the engine, then something comes in our mind. Engine means like something technically, right? Something technically, something it has the weight, it has some kind of like part, something. Okay. In the wave management, we have I wrote here wave engine. We do the configuration about the wave engine. Okay, first I will tell you what is the wave engine. A wave engine is responsible to push the wave. And what is the wave? Very simple. I explained you. I gave you few examples before. So suppose your warehouse located here, okay, in center, or your warehouse located here, and these are the countries, like suppose country 1, country 2, country 3, country 4. Okay. So suppose you have the warehouse. What is the wave engine? I will tell you. I will explain you here, and how it configure, what is the uses, how wave works. So in the business case, suppose we have our warehouse located in somewhere geographical location, and we have the customer all around the world. For an example, all around the world means, just take an example, in 5 countries we have the customers. In 5 countries, in the countries we have definitely we have the states, we have the cities. Okay, in 5 countries we have the different customers. We sell the goods to them. Okay, and those are our electronic customers. They purchase the cameras from us, okay, or more electronic items. So our warehouse deals with the electronics things. Okay. So we have the different customers in the different geographical location. So in my previous session I explained how the wave works with the routes. So when we send the goods to them, it comes under the routes along with the wave. Wave means flow, collection of outbound deliveries. So when we send the goods to our customers, we use the routes. Like if our customer located in some different area, geographical location, we send the goods to them through the trucks, or through the, for an example, aeroplanes, or through the cargo ships we have. Okay, and also we have the goods trains, okay, which crosses the cities or like states. So to this process from warehouse to sending the goods to the customer through the outbound deliveries, okay, these are nothing but a routes. These are nothing but a wave, collection of. So suppose country A, we have the 10 customers. They require same material, common kind of material. So we combine all the customers. This is nothing but a wave, collection of outbound deliveries. Another example I shown you. So suppose if you would like to pick the common kind of products from the same storage type, one storage type, which we divided two different kind of bins, storage bins. To picking the product from the down, like level 1, level 2, where human can reach, we perform the picking activity, outbound delivery picking activities under the, for an example, picking, this is the wave, okay, flow. We are picking the combination of the quantities. To picking the product from the reserved area, or like business could be in a different way we can implement. The requirement could be different, depends upon the business. Okay, this is two business scenarios I'm explaining you here. Then I will explain you how wave engine works here. So we came to know we have for an example 5 customers, 10 customers, common material, they require camera, same model. Okay. So in a single way, single time, the multiple customers, the multiple warehouse workers, they will pick the common quantity, we bring it to the another, perform more value-added services, packaging activities like shipper label, or we put some kind of sticker, brands sticker, some kind of packaging activities. We perform then we stage the good to the goods issue zone, we load and we send to the customers. What is the uses of the wave engine? So wave engine, we configure wave engine. Wave engine, for an example, I will explain you here. Wave engine, why I say the wave engine, I will explain you here. The first thing we need to understand, whenever the warehouse resources, workers, okay, they are going to pick the products, okay, how they pick the products. So what properties product contains. So suppose the warehouse workers, they are going to picking the deliveries from the GI zone, and here we are using the routes along with the wave, okay. We sending these goods from the through the trucks or through the ships or through the cargo planes to the customers, okay. Now suppose, what is the role of the wave engine? Okay, before wave engine, and what wave engine, okay, and what we are going to actually do here, our what is the requirement? Just to picking something. When picking product means, what it comes in our mind, what is picking means? Weight, height, capacity, these are the properties, okay. So we perform the picking, perform more activities, we send the goods to the customers. So what is a wave engine? If we see here carefully, this is the suppose this is the wave engine, this is the wave engine, ENGINE, wave engine. This is the wave engine, suppose, okay. And our requirement to pick the products from different bins, from the loose quantity or like handling unit, okay, from here, okay, like we have the loose quantity from here and handling unit contains 100 quantity. What is the role of this wave engine? Why wave engine came into the picture? What is the benefit? What this engine does? Today we will understand what exactly this engine does in the system. So whenever the warehouse resources, they come to pick the quantity, loose quantity or handling unit by using the cranes, high reach stackers, for an example, cranes, or picking by person, okay, and they put into the PKQ by person. What is the role of this wave engine, and why I designed this box? Now I am going to explain you, because in my previous session I explained the wave engine. Now we are going to understand more deeply about uses of the wave in SAP Extended Warehouse Management, the wave engine. What is the common things looking here? Engine. Engine means it pushes something, okay, it loads something. So how the process works, I will tell you. Okay, let me put less size, okay, this box, okay. So suppose this is the wave engine. Okay, wave means very simple collection of outbound deliveries to grouping together common type of materials sent to the customers, okay, through the outbound delivery, or to the different, we can use here different routes, okay, we can use different transportable units. If our customer located in different geographical location, depends upon the customer, we combine, we pack the product, we send to them mixed product in one handling unit, multiple HUs, or segregated products, or mixed product. Like one customer require, like for an example, 10 cameras, 50 cameras, 5 customer, everyone require the 50 cameras, but this specific customer require mix, like camera, we can mix the product, okay? Cameras along with, like for an example, customer require these kind of pens, so we can combine the materials, or printers. This is just to give an example. So, or laptop, or any expensive TVs, the product could be any. So wave engine, so this is the wave engine in SAP extended, or I can say here, because I have a less space here, so EWM. Okay, so suppose this is the high reach storage types, okay, in the warehouse. Our requirement to pick the combined grouping together deliveries, products sent to the customers. In the high rack means it's a very tall, height is very high. So one person, warehouse worker, is standing here, he is picking the loose quantity. Level 1, level 2, okay, they can bring the another crane, they can reach here. So in this situation, the person is picking from the product from the here, for an example, okay. In the another way, we need to pick some handling units are located here, for an example. HUs look like this in the real time, okay, on top. Okay, so here human cannot reach here, they can reach, we have the stairs, but, or we have the top side, we have the galleries, can walk. But in this situation here, generally for picking process, some kind of special high reach, we have the cranes, automatic or manual, okay. The people, they drive, they pick like they pick and they bring, okay. What is this wave engine? What is the role of this wave engine? Okay, or even if you sending the products to the customer to the different countries, country 1, country 2, country 3, country 4, country 5, different countries. What is the role of this wave engine? So what wave engine does? In the wave engine, we do some configuration, like for an example, because the warehouse resource, we are going to pick product. We are going to picking the products, okay? We are going to picking. So, along like picking means combination, and because we are using here the wave management, so we are performing the combination, grouping together outbound deliveries. So, in that situation, picking means, okay, before picking I will explain you engine, then we are going to start engine, then we are going to pick. So wave engine contains some of the properties. We call this is the capacity profiles. These are the components, parts of the engine. We do this configuration in the SPRO, goods issue process, because we are performing the wave management goods issue process. We have the capacity profile, which is the parts of this wave engine. In the capacity profile, what we are going to perform here, picking process. Picking means this handling unit or loose quantity, but materials are there. If we have the material, what we have the quantity, maximum quantity, okay, and height, okay, weight, okay, these are the properties. So these all the properties, weight, height, okay. So when we perform the picking activity, wave, how many waves in one wave, 2 waves we require, 3 waves we require, okay, these are the waves. Picking, outbound delivery, grouping together all the outbound deliveries, wave. So Picking means wave. So this material has properties. It has properties like height or weight, okay, or at the runtime, wave. Suppose which wave? Wave 1. Okay, wave 2 will pick from here. So this wave engine contains capacity profiles. Inside the capacity profile, we assign in the system how many waves we require. So suppose wave 1, wave 2. Okay, the maximum number of, so here we set the, here we can set the time, here we can set properties regarding to this material, regarding to this product. Okay, I will do little zoom. Okay, so how wave engine works? Because inside the wave engine is nothing but the type of wave. Very simple. A wave engine nothing but a type of wave or wave. Okay, so whenever the warehouse workers they come to pick from here or here, these are nothing but the waves. Wave means flow, picking flow. Okay, this is the wave, this is also the wave. So inside the wave engine, in the capacity profile, in the configuration, we tell to the system, wave 1, this is my wave 1, this is the maximum weight. Okay, maximum weight, or we can restrict here for an example, because I already explained in the, we can split the wave. Okay, line item, we can split the line items, different waves. This, so waves are very flexible. So here inside the capacity profile, we set, okay, all these properties related to the picking activity, related to the product. Okay, and it comes under the goods issue process because we are performing the outbound deliveries. Okay, so here we have the some maximum, we can tell the maximum quantities in the line item. So suppose in the line item of the wave, we want only 10 waves or 10 line items quantities. So we can restrict here. Okay, put 100, we can put 10, or we can put depends, or blank. Always remember guys, whenever we leave any field as a blank, okay, and we execute the process, blank means everything. Okay, so behind the system treats as an internal table at runtime. Always remember, when we leave any field blank, suppose here we have the wave, which wave we require, wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, and I put blank, this field, okay, blank. So at runtime system, or suppose here we have the property restrictions, okay, the property maximum number of quantity, suppose maximum number of quantity, but I put as a blank. Okay, no restriction, you can put any number of quantity, weight, no restriction. That means behind the system will take the, if system will come to know, if compiler will compiler will see, okay, this field is blank. So then what happens, automatically from the internal database table, it gets all the properties, all the records. Okay, all the records means it's open for everything. If I would like to do some restriction, I put here 1, 2, 3, then only 3 records means the current, what we are going to process here, that will only come. If we leave this blank, it's open for for all the properties related to only this field. Okay, now let's come to the engine. So we already tell to engine, this is the weight, this is the maximum line items, we want to restrict some quantity or like process like weight or not. No, so it's related to trigger. So how it triggers, let's see. How it triggers, So suppose this is the wave engine. It's ready to trigger. So suppose this is the wave engine. Wave engine triggers the wave. And what is the wave? Flow. What is the wave? To go and pick the combined quantity, outbound delivery quantities. From where? From the hierarchy storage type or from the different bins. Okay, see, we have here one concept. We can see here warehouse order creation rule. I will explain you. Okay, trigger the wave engine. So wave engine, inside the wave engine, inside the capacity profile, we already told to the system these are the maximum line item would be restricted or not, the type, how many types are, like how many waves are there, 1 2 3. Okay, everything we decided, we assigned to this wave engine. Okay, so when wave engine starts, our process is to picking and send to the customers. So it triggers the wave. Wave means collection of. It's nothing but a flow. It's nothing but a collection. It's nothing but a collection of outbound deliveries and common items, common types of items. Okay. So wave engine triggers the wave. When the wave get triggered, it's automatically triggered because we are going to picking. Okay, it triggers the warehouse process type. Okay, when the warehouse process types get triggered, because in the system we have n number of processes, n number of waves, n number of quantities, n number of materials. Okay, so in that situation, warehouse process type get triggered. System will understand this is the process, which is the wave, which MANS is using here right now, and I need to trigger the particular specific outbound delivery warehouse task. Okay, to pick the material from here and here. When the warehouse process type get triggered, as we already know, it contains warehouse tasks. Why we have the warehouse task? Warehouse resources, workers, manually or like high reach stacker cranes, the people they will pick, right? So these are nothing but the warehouse task. Okay, to pick the quantity, it comes under the warehouse task actions. When the warehouse task get triggered, because we are going to pick, suppose we have the multiple bins or multiple different kind of storage type, multiple bins. Okay, we need to pick. So immediate it triggers. So this everything is triggering under the outbound delivery process. Here I am explaining you internal level, how system works, how the business, how the process works in the system. So when the warehouse process type trigger, it triggers warehouse task triggers warehouse. So these are the, as we know, activity areas means, if you are sitting in like in your home, if you standing in the kitchen is nothing but an activity area, because you perform the activity there. Like similar in the warehouse we have the activity areas. So it immediately triggers warehouse order creation rule, because picking from the same storage type, bins are different. It triggers activity areas 0-1, warehouse task 0-1, warehouse process type 0-1. It triggers wave 0-1. And what is the wave? To pick the quantity from here. Okay, so this is the flow. Engine triggers wave flow, okay, wave type. Okay, this flow is nothing but a, we call wave management, wave flow or wave type. And suppose for this, to picking this loose quantity, we have engine again will trigger the wave. Okay, wave for different pair of process type, task creation rule. Then it would be wave type 2, because second another wave, plus activity area is different, 0 2. Okay, because 0 1 is this is different, this is different bins. Okay, both bins areas are different. Then activity area 0 2, wave type 0 2, warehouse process type 0 2, warehouse task 0 2, and then the product picked by the warehouse resources. So here we saw how is the engine is the very important to trigger this process. Push to the wave. Wave triggers means wave type triggers. When wave triggers, automatically warehouse process type, warehouse task, warehouse order creation rules. In this logic we can see activity areas triggers, and we do this implementation. All these things comes with the wave templates. To trigger the automation automatically this process, we should require the wave templates, because there we configure the post processing framework. Okay, condition type, condition technique we call this is we call condition technique. Okay, process. So condition technique would be triggered, condition type, access sequence, condition records. These triggers system is, so how it happens I will tell you. Suppose I set entire this process as a automatically. So the first thing we should require is the wave template. Template means, simply I will tell you, if you want to make a website very quickly, how can you make? This is my idea. How can you make? Through the template, predefined template, you can do the design, and within very less time you can make a beautiful website. It's time saving process. In the wave, in a SAP extended warehouse management, we have the template. Template contains lots of properties. Okay, you can combine the wave, you can segregate the waves, you can split the quantities. Lots of properties are there which comes under the templates. Like for an example, if you want a website, this is my ideas, or generally people they do, lots of people they do, and this is very good time saving process. So if you have the template, okay, so what you can do, when you have the template, website template already, home, services, contacted, these are the common page you get with any template. Okay, or we call themes. Like in the wave, when you want to trigger this automatically, the wave template contains like similar kind of, not home menu contact, I'm not talking about here in the website, but this is the wave. In this process it contains standard properties. Okay, so we do the configuration automatically triggering this wave through the templates. So when this process gets triggered, how many things works together? See, listen. Outbound delivery order, collection of common kind of products, or the collection of products, wave engine, capacity profile for the wave, which contains the property what you are going to pick. System should know. If the warehouse workers they are going to pick this handling unit, system at least should know. We need to tell to system, this is my wave 1, this is my wave 2. System should know how much capacity is there, how many light items should be there. Okay, everything we need to tell to system. So wave triggers, warehouse. So wave engine gets triggered, engine pushes to the wave, means wave type. Wave type triggers, I will tell you this process in two phases. Wave type get triggered. After wave type triggering, it triggers warehouse process type, because we are going to perform the process, outbound delivery process, picking with wave. Or if we use like another way, we use the routes, is a different thing. Different example I will give you. Engine, wave, warehouse process type, warehouse task, activity areas. Okay, these things trigger together. So this is engine and warehouse. Engine and capacity profile is nothing but a settings to run this wave engine, to run the wave, okay, in the system. So this is the process. Now suppose I configure this to trigger wave automatically, okay. Like we have the benefits, we know, post processing framework, we can perform the printing, label printing, warehouse order printing, delivery notes printing, mailing, faxing automatically, okay. In this situation, if we have the post processing framework, then, and all the sites, if we use with like deliveries, stock transport order, or with the wave, the access sequence is the engine, okay. So here we have the wave engine. Now I will tell you the access sequence engine, okay. Wave engine and access sequence engine. So today just we have understood wave engine, okay. So in extended warehouse management, wave engine we have seen, understood, okay, wave engine. Now I'm going to explain you access sequence engine, which always work with the post processing framework, which is nothing but a friend of post processing framework. Post processing framework, access sequence engine works together. Like warehouse order, warehouse process type, warehouse task, this works together. Like now I'm going to show you about the access sequence. Access sequence is an engine to trigger the process in which sequence. Then we have condition type. So it comes, I will tell you condition type. We have the condition records. Oh, and plus we have the field catalog. We configure the fields, okay. So this comes under all the condition technique, okay. So because in the post processing framework we have the multiple conditions, okay, like fax or like printing or like automatically trigger the delivery would be reached from the ERP layer to EWM layer. So here we do the configuration, we tell to everything to system, okay, which condition, what you are going to do in which condition, okay. So here what is a wave, here what is the engine. So with the PPF, in case of the PPF, this is an engine. Access sequence is an engine to trigger this process. Wave engine we have different. So today we have seen in this example two engines, access sequence engine and wave engine. In the extended warehouse management, access sequence engine plus post processing framework both works together. Access sequence engine, post processing framework, wave engine, wave types, capacity profiles, these works together. Then one complete wave triggers with the template, or if you want to use like with the PPF, this is an engine actually, okay, this is the main. So this is about the engines. Two engines we have seen which are responsible to trigger the, I can say, business process, okay, the type of, or we say these are the conditions, in which condition what you want to be performed, okay, to be decided by like this. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you. See you.